Namaste. Thank you for joining me. In today's practice, I'd like to focus on shoulders, upper back, upper arms, and bring some tension and pain relief and a little bit more space and suppleness to those areas. Before we start, let's just review the props that we will need for today. I have yoga blocks and a yoga belt, but you can just grab some things that you have at home. For instance, you could replace the yoga blocks with books, thick books, or you could take a couple of thin books and wrap them in a towel or a little blanket. Instead of a yoga belt, you could grab any belt actually, or a belt that belongs to a dressing gown. I've taken a kind of thin blanket and made it into a roll. We're going to use that at the end of the lesson. But you could also replace that with one of these Pilates balls, which I have deflated to create a kind of cushion. I'll show you how to use it later. We're going to start with a little bit of body awareness, so please find a comfortable seated position. I'm sitting on the mat, but you could sit on a block or a cushion, folded blanket, however you feel comfortable. Placing your hands on your thighs or on your knees, closing your eyes, and bringing your awareness inwards into the body, embodying your body, so to speak. And bring your awareness to your thighs and soften your thighs. And bring your awareness to your belly, observing how your belly is reacting to your natural inhalation and exhalation, and softening the belly as you go. And bring your awareness to your hips, to your sitting bones, how they are resting on the mat or on what you are sitting on. And climbing up the back towards the middle back and the upper back. And as your awareness is climbing up your back, up your spine, imagine you're drawing not only space but also energy and light into your back and into your spine, absorbing the energy from the air and the world around you, bringing it with the aid of your breath into your body and into your spine. And we climb further from the upper back and shoulders, breathing into the neck and bringing space and energy there. And then further into the space inside the skull, filling this space with air and energy and light, all this time keeping the belly soft. And then from inside the skull, climbing to the crown of your head, or maybe a little bit above the crown of your head, and keep breathing into that place, placing energy in that place, energy and light, just focusing your awareness there. Let go of your effort. Take a couple of deeper breaths. And open your eyes. And let's begin our asana practice. Our first asana is going to be a seated asana. I'm going to turn around and first show you how the asana looks from the back. This asana is called graceful bow. It's very, very simple. It looks like this. I just grab my left upper arm with my right hand. If you can't grab your arm, you can grab your shirt, or indeed you can use the belt, loop it around your arm, and just take hold of the belt. So from the front, the asana will look like this. I'm sitting in Virasana and Seiza, but again, you could sit anywhere you like. You could even do this on a chair. We are going to practice this in 3 ways. We are first going to drop our head a little bit towards the passive arm for 1 minute. Then we're going to drop the head sideways and downwards for 1 minute. And finally, we're going to drop our head just a little bit backwards. So we are going to stretch the 3 sides of the neck, side, the front, and the back, also stimulating there the 3 arm yang meridians. I'm going to put the timer now for 3 minutes. You'll also hear the intervals, the 1 minute intervals, and that's going to serve us to change the head position. So we begin. First, dropping the head sideways, just a little bit towards the passive shoulder, as much as your body and your anatomy allows. Close your eyes if that is available to you, and find your rest. Once you have found your position, your shape, examine your body and try to let go of any tension anywhere which you do not need right now in order to hold the asana. So maybe that's just something in the toes or in your fingers. Maybe you can soften your belly a little bit more. That was a 1 minute bell, so now we drop the chin a little bit towards the front. So we're stretching the back of the neck here. It's just a very small change, but we want to address all the sides of the neck with this asana. And again, finding a new shape and letting go in this new shape. That was 1 more minute, and finally we just raise the chin a tiny bit. That can be 1 or 2 centimeters to stretch now the front of the neck, still towards the passive arm. Again, you find the new shape and you try to surrender in the new shape, relaxing the body as much as possible, connecting, reconnecting with your natural breath pattern, and drawing your awareness, your attention to the body and to the breath. Focusing on the stretch, if that helps you, on the target area, that stretch, the right arm, the right shoulder, the right side of the neck. Now let go of your asana, and we take a rebound in the middle with both hands on the thighs, Close your eyes if you can and just stay with the body. And examine the difference between the two sides. Maybe you feel some tingling, something shifting, flushing. The arm that we just worked with, the right arm. Just stay with the sensations. And open your eyes. And we go to the other side, so this time the left arm. And again, use a prop if you need to. I'm grabbing my right arm. I'm staying Seiza, but again you can sit however you find comfortable. I'm putting the timer again for 3 minutes. And you'll hear the interval bells for the different neck positions. So first I drop the head sideways, I drop the ear towards the passive shoulder to feel the stretch there at the side of the neck, the shoulder, the upper arm. We'll see each person will feel it a little bit differently. Dropping the head into these 3 different positions is too much for you. You don't have to do it. It's just an addition. Adds a little bit of intensity to this very simple but highly effective asana for shoulder pain. Find your own shape, the shape that suits your body today. That was the 1 minute bell. Now dropping the head a little bit forwards and sideways to feel the tension here at the back of the neck. And again, this can be very, very smooth. So finding a new shape and finding rest in the new shape. So scan your body and see what else you can surrender right now. Reconnecting with a natural breath pattern after every small change. And we change again, so now dropping the head sideways and slightly up. Again, it can be just 1 or 2 centimeters to feel more stretch at the front of the neck. Again, staying with the body, you can focus on the target area. You can focus on your breath, just observing your belly and your chest. Rise and fall, keeping everything as soft as you can. Take a deep breath, and again we take a rebound. Just in a sitting position, so close your eyes and focus on the target area on the arm, which we just stretched. And examine whatever is rising there, whatever sensations are rising to the surface. Tingling, temperature change, kind of electricity type of feeling. Whatever is there, just stay with it. And take a deep breath, come out of your rebound, and Our next asana, or a little series of asanas, is going to be cat-cow and angry cat. So please come into an all-four position. Knees more or less under hips, hands under shoulders. And first find your neutral, and there we exhale all together, and we inhale, extending into the cow. Exhale, round your back, push the mat into cat. Inhale into cow, slightly arching your back. Exhale, pushing the mat, rounding your back into cat. One more time. Inhale, open your shoulders, and exhale into cat. And from here, from the cat, we inhale into angry cat, pushing backwards, keeping the back round. And now exhale and coming back to neutral. Inhale, cow. Exhale, round your back into cat. Inhale, push backwards with a round back into angry cat. Exhale, neutral. Last time. Inhale into cow. Open. Exhale, round your back. Cat. Inhale into angry cat. Keep your back as round as you can. And inhale into neutral. And let go. Our next series of asanas is going to be based on Balasana Transpose. I'm going to show you a few options of doing these series of asanas. You can just do it plainly, as we will first show, but then you can also use some props to get a little bit more stretch in the upper back. So the plain option is just like this. I'm going to show it in a few angles. Forwards, and using the props will just look like this, placing the hands on the props sideways. It will just look like this. Rounding my back, I keep my back quite round. I want to get a nice round forward bend. In my case, I have to keep the knees together, because if I open my knees, my back is quite straight, as you can see. But you have to examine which angle of knees you have to use for your own anatomy. So again, this simple option will just be like this. If you want to use blocks, this way, or just flat, to get a little bit more stretch in the upper shoulder. You might also feel a stretch here, inside, along the inside of the arm. So we are going to stay, we're going to begin like that, and then we're going to do a couple of twists in Balasana, and we're going to hold each position for 2 minutes. So come into your Balasana, find your version of Balasana where your back is round for the first 2 minutes. And take a few seconds to define your shape. And when you find your shape, again, come to rest in this architecture. Scan your body, examine, and ask yourself, what else can you surrender to gravity in this shape? And again, it can be very small, a couple of toes or fingers, lengthening the neck, softening the face, and connecting to your natural breath pattern. You can focus on your breath by imagining that on the inhalation the breath travels down your spine, reaching your hips,
and your tailbone, and on the exhalation you just let go and observe this new space the breath has created. Inhale down your spine, reaching your tailbone, the bottom of your spine. Exhale, let go. Inhale down your spine, and exhale, let go. And just do this at your own tempo. We're not doing pranayama. We're truly trying to focus on our personal, natural breathing pattern. Come out of your asana and take your right arm and thread it under your left one. And we'll do a little twist in Balasana for another 2 minutes. So I'm going to put the timer again. Again, you can do this without the block or with the block, or the low or the slightly higher setting. I'm going to open my knees a little bit more here, and I place my cheek on the mat, but you can also use a blanket or another block or a book under your head. And you observe my back is still a little bit round, so I'm adding a twist on the right side to this mild forward bend. So I'm adding a target area. Rounding my back and twisting my right upper back and shoulder. And once I found my shape, I ask one more time, what else can I soften? What else can I surrender to gravity right now? I do that, and then I make sure that I'm breathing naturally, even in this twisted position. And one more time, you can observe on the inhalation, the air traveling down your spine, down your back, reaching hips and tailbone on the exhalation. Just letting go and observing this new space that you have created. Inhale in your natural tempo and observe the air traveling down your back, and exhale, let go. That was the timer, and we come into our final version of this shape, and just threading the left arm under the right arm. Again, I still have a round back, as you can see, just plainly this way on the ground, or using the block for another 2 minutes. Again, and make sure I found my personal shape, the shape that suits my body today. Resting my cheek, my head on the mat or on a pillow. And in this new shape, one more time I scan. I try to soften what I can soften. I can't always soften everything. And then I reconnect with my natural breath. Just observing this natural tempo, like a wave hitting the shore. Inhalation and exhalation as those small waves hit the beach. That was the timer. Let go of your asana. Just come into your rebound on your back or on your belly. Try to keep your eyes closed between the asana and the rebound to stay with the body. Embody your body. And again, observing the sensations as if you were a scientist observing a specimen under the microphone, the microscope, just focusing on whatever is coming up there and following wherever it wants to travel along your body. And take a deep breath, rolling sideways and slowly coming out of your asana. Our next asana is called Broken Wing. It's an asana on which we're going to lie down on our backs, but I'm going to show you the arm position sitting so you can see what we're going to do. We're going to lie down and place our arms like this separately. So in a kind of reverse namaste, where the palm of your hand is going to face your back, and the palm of your hand is going to face the floor. If your wrist hurts when you do this, just place a folded blanket between your back and the floor and the mat. This is very personal. This asana can be quite extreme when you have not done it before, so make sure you're not driving your arm too far up towards your neck. You can really just do it here at hip level. That sometimes is already quite intense. So just come and lie down and support your head, support your neck if you need to. So the easiest way to get into this asana, we're going to start with the right arm, is just roll towards the left, fold your arm under you, again palm of your hand towards the floor, back of your hand towards your back, and then roll backwards. That's it, but very, very intense. And again, how far up or down towards your head or towards your hips you place your hand is completely up to you. Very intense asana. We're only going to stay there for 2 minutes. So you're going to hear the timer now. And come into broken wing. Again, your broken wing. However you want to stretch your body right now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. Every day the body is different. You want to listen to it, to ask your body what it needs on that specific day. So finding your shape and then surrendering in that shape, letting go of any muscular effort you do not need in that shape. Softening the belly, softening the face, the cheeks, the lips, and connecting to your natural breath pattern. Allowing the belly to rise and fall, chest follows. And here you can imagine the air traveling down your chest and down your belly, and letting go and examining this new space created by your breath. Inhale down the chest and into your belly, and exhale, let go. Inhale, make space, and exhale, let go and examine the new space. And doing this in your
or tempo. That was the timer. Take a deep breath, come out of your asana, and we take a short rebound from side to side. Always nice to take a rebound when we are doing asymmetric asanas, because the difference can be enormous. So enjoy the fruits of your labor after this asymmetric asana. And take a deep breath and come out of your rebound, and we do the other side. So you roll towards the right now, bending the left arm. Again, the back of my hand is towards my back and the palm of my hand is towards the floor. And then I roll back again for 2 minutes. And be aware that there can be small or big differences between the sides. So don't try to achieve some kind of symmetry. This idea of symmetry in the body is a complete illusion, a lie. I would actually say a lie, perpetuated by models that were made for studying anatomy. So we are not symmetric. So finding your shape on the left side, closing your eyes if you can, and relaxing into your shape, your architecture of the asana. Softening as you go, focusing on the target area, the left arm, the left shoulder, on your breath. Whatever you can focus on to remain in the here and the now of your practice. Take a deep breath and come into your rebound, keeping your eyes closed between the asana and the rebound. Examining whatever is arising in your body. We have 4 bodies that we want to be aware of during the rebound. The physical body, the physical sensations, the energetic body of the chi flushing the meridians when we let go of the stretch, the astral emotional body. Are there any emotions which are arising? And the causal mental body, ideas or thoughts that may also arise during rebound. Whatever arises, just stay with it. Grabbing onto it, examining whatever is being offered to you in this rebound. Taking a couple of deep breaths, rolling sideways and coming out of your rebound. Our next asana is going to be a mild back bend, spinal extension, and I'm going to show you a few options for that as well. It's going to be Sphinx. So I create a kind of triangle with my arms, bending my arms. This is the first option. If you want a little bit more stimulation, or if that just suits your body shape better, you can also use a blanket or blocks or books to attain a sharper, so to speak, spinal extension. I have quite a short upper body, so for me this feels already quite intense and actually really nice. We're going to stay there for 3 minutes, so make sure that you find a shape in which you can stay for 3 minutes without feeling pain. You want to feel stretch, even if the stretch is quite intense, but you don't want to cross the border into pain. So you want to stay on the safe side of intense stretch, so to speak, a bearable stretch. So I'm putting the timer now, finding my shape, and again, maybe your shape is, for your shape you're going to open the elbows a little bit more. That will give you a slightly milder back bend. For me this feels quite fine. In this shape I hope you can see this in the camera. I'm dropping my neck, my upper back, my spine, the area of my spine, letting it drop in between the shoulder blades there. For me, that feels really nice. I can drop my neck forwards, but you can keep the neck upright or use a prop to support the neck. It's completely personal. Again, finding my ideal shape today, right now, and in that shape, surrendering, letting go. And here you can really scan from bottom to top, from toes and legs, belly, hips, back, etc. And soften as you go. And even if you soften one toe, 2 fingers, that is just enough. You soften whatever is available to you. And then focusing on the target area, the spine in this case, or on the breath. Whatever aids me to maintain my awareness in the body, between the 4 corners of my mat, in the here, in the now. Take a deep breath and come into your rebound. You can take a rebound on your belly, on your side, or on your back, whatever works best for you, wherever you feel like being at that moment. But I would also say wherever you can feel those sensations that arise in the rebound best.
And take a deep breath, rolling sideways, coming out of your rebound. And we go into our penultimate asana before Shavasana, and that is going to be a supported bridge in what I call the thoracic version. So we're going to open our chest. So for this you are going to need either your block, I'm going to show you that option in a second, or a rolled blanket, or again the books. We're going to lay our upper back on the prop, opening the chest. So usually I would place personally my prop here, but you have to examine what feels best. Just put the prop in a way that you feel that your chest is opening, your chest and your heart are in this maximal opening back, mild back bend position. After that, we are going to go into a second version of supported bridge, opening the neck. I'm going to show it now before we go into the asana, because I want to have quite a smooth transition between the two variations, because that is really, really relaxing. I'm going to do the second version with a ball, but again, you can just transfer the blanket from one place to the other. So just observe before you go into the shape. So this is going to be our first option, just a chest opener, and then we're going to remove the prop. For the second option, just lie flat, but place something under the neck to slightly extend, arch the neck. We're going to do the second option just for 1 minute, but again, I will ask you then to make sure that you don't feel pain. So for some people, a little neck extension might be just this small, again 1-2 centimeters away from neutral. I have quite a flexible neck, so for me this is quite comfortable. But again, I've done this so many times, so I'm used to feeling this slight tension, healthy tension, so to speak, in my neck. So let's start. I'm going to use my block. For the first option, we are going to stay in the first position for 3 minutes, and in the second position for 1 minute, like I said. So that was a 3-minute timer. Laying back on the block or on your prop, and again you can support your head here with a blanket or a pillow. I want to give you a few options for your legs. First option is to simply have legs straight. You might feel a nice little stretch here in the front of your hips. Second option is to bring your legs into butterfly. Then you might feel a nice stretch in the inside of your thighs or the groin area. Third option, if these two are a little bit intense for you, you can just raise your knees, bend your knees, and place your feet on the mat. I'm going to keep my legs in butterfly right now. That's simply what I feel like doing right now. There's no right or wrong or science or rules here. There's no yoga police. Just whatever feels nice for you right now. Again, opening the chest, focusing on the main target area of this asana. It's mild spinal extension and chest opener. Surrendering, opening, and connecting with your natural breath. And once again, you can focus on your breath, traveling down your chest, down your belly, on the inhalation, and on the exhalation, just let go.
without manipulating or forcing the breath. Just your natural breath pattern. Inhale down your chest, down your belly. Exhale, let go. Inhale, down your chest, down your belly, opening and softening. Exhale, let go. Inhale, make space. Exhale, let go. Inhale, make space. Exhale, let go. That was the gong. And we go straight into the second position. So removing the prop from under the chest and using your prop under your neck. So slightly raising the chin to slightly arch the neck, just for one more minute. And remember, there are no rules, so you arch your neck however is good for you right now. And if it doesn't feel good at all, either go into rebound or you can stay in the previous version of this asana for one more minute. And again, you can place your legs in any of the three positions I showed you for the previous version. And also here, maybe quite strange if you're not used to arching your neck. But try to let go and surrender whatever is available for surrendering. Right here, right now. That was the gong. So remove your prop. We go into our last asana, Shavasana, our final rebound resting position. And again, this can be on your back or on your belly, on your side. However you want to rest now. Or you can fold your legs, knees towards the ceiling, feet on the ground. However you are going to rest. However you are going to perform this final rebound. Try to stay with the body, with the sensations. Focusing on whatever arises in each of the four bodies. The physical body of the sensations, the energetic body of energy, chi, which flushes our meridians when we let go of the stretch. The astral body of emotions. And the causal body, any thoughts or ideas that might arise. Please take a deep breath and another deep breath. Coming out of Shavasana, You can move your toes and your fingers and move your neck from side to side. And you can either fold your knees, or if you need, bring your legs towards your chest and rock there a little bit. Maybe you just want to roll sideways, bringing your again your knees towards your chest, supporting your head. Whatever feels nice. Just try to keep your eyes closed. Just listen to my voice. When you're ready, again with eyes closed if you can, just come and join me in a seated, comfortable position. Crossing your legs, hands on your thighs or on your knees. We take a short final rebound here in the seated position. Because again, if you just pause here and close your eyes, you can still feel a lot of things happening in the body with the breath. So just staying there for a little while longer and observing. And finally, bring your hands together in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra, uniting left and right, yin and yang, and lowering your forehead towards your fingers as a sign of your dedication to your practice. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.